One of the notable features of a transition elements is the great variety of oxidation states they may show in their compounds. So this table lists the common oxidation states of the first flow transition elements. So most common ones are in the bold type. So these are the transition elements. So you see is +2 common in all, then almost +3 common in all except zinc, then +4 almost common in all except scandium and zinc, copper. So it means +2, +3 and +4 is common, then +5 of course with vanadium, chromium, manganese, and +6 with chromium, manganese, and +7 with magnesium. So elements which gives the greatest number of oxidation states occur in or near the middle of the series. Manganese, for example, exhibits all the oxidation states from +2 to +7. The lesser number of oxidation states at the extreme ends stems from either too few electrons or to share or to lose or share, or too many d electrons, hence fewer orbitals available in which to share electrons with others for higher valence, that is copper and zinc. Thus early in the series scandium-2 is virtually unknown and titanium-4 is more stable than titanium-3 or 4. So at the other end only oxidation states of zinc is +2. No d electrons are involved due to fully filled. The maximum oxidation states of reasonable stability correspond in value of to the sum of s and d electrons up to manganese, followed by a rather abrupt decrease in stability of higher oxidation states. So the typical species to follow are Fe 2 and 3 and cobalt 2, 3, nickel 2, copper 1, 2 and zinc 2. The variability of the oxidation states and characteristics of the transition elements arise out of incomplete defilling of d orbitals in such a way that their oxidation states differ from each other by unity. For example, vanadium 2, vanadium 3, vanadium 4, vanadium 5. This is in contrast with the variability of oxidation states of non-transition elements, where oxidation states normally differ by a unit of 2. An interesting feature in the variability of oxidation states of the d block elements is noticed among the groups, that is group 4 to 10. Although in the p block the lower oxidation states are favored by the heavier members due to inert pair effect, the opposite is true in the groups of d block. For example, in group 6 molybdenum 6 and tungsten 6 are found to be more stable than chromium 6. Thus chromium 6 is the form of dichromate in acidic medium, a strong oxidizing agent, whereas molybdenum oxide and tungsten trioxide are not. Low oxidation states are found when a complex compound has ligands capable of high acceptor factor in addition to the sigma bonding. For example, in nickel carbonyl and nickel and iron carbonyl, the oxidation states of nickel and iron is 0. Question: name a transition element which does not exhibit variable oxidation state. Scandium Z is equal to 21 does not exhibit variable oxidation state. Trends in the M2 oblique positive oblique M standard electrode potential. So table 4.4 contains the thermochemical parameters related to the transformation of the solid metal atoms to M2 positive ions in solution and the standard electrode potential. The observed values of E0 and those calculated using the data of table 4.4 are compared in figure 4.4. The unique behavior of copper having a positive electrode potential accounts for its inability to liberate H2 from acids. Only oxidizing acid, nitric acid and hot concentrated sulfuric acid react with copper, the acids being reduced. The high energy to transform copper to positive is not balanced by its hydration enthalpy. The general trend towards less negative E0 values across the series is related to the General increase in the sum of the first and second ionization enthalpies. It is interesting to note that the value of E naught for manganese, nickel, and zinc are more negative than expected from the trend. Why is chromium 2 positive reducing and manganese 3 positive oxidizing when both have D4 configuration? Chromium is reducing as its configuration changes from D4 to D3, the latter having a half-filled T2G level. On the other hand, the change from magnesium 3 positive to manganese 2 positive results in the half-filled configuration which has extra stability. So this is the thermochemical data kilojoule per mole for the first row transition elements in the standard electropotential for the reduction of M2 to M. So this is the enthalpy of atomization. This is first ionization enthalpy. This is second ionization enthalpy. Then is the hydration enthalpy, and accordingly this is the electrode potential. The stability of the half-filled D subshell in M2 positive and the completely filled D10 configuration zinc 2 positive are related to their E naught values, where E naught or nickel is related to the highest negative hydration enthalpy. Trends in M3 positive, M2 positive standard electrode potential. An examination of E naught M3 positive to M2 positive table 4.2 shows that varying trend, the low value of scandium reflects the stability of scandium 3 positive, which has a noble gas configuration. The highest value of zinc is due to the removal of an electron from the stable D10 configuration of zinc 2 positive. The comparative high value of for manganese shows that M2 positive D5 is particularly stable, whereas comparatively low values for iron shows the extra stability of 3 positive. The comparatively low value for V is related to the stability of V2 positive half-filled T2G label.